Hi guys, it's GraveWalkeRr here. Today we got some gameplay footage of a new game called Control, which is said to be a hybrid of Max Payne and Quantum Break. Well, enjoy the video.
And now she has supernatural abilities, and she has this service weapon that you'll see her using in a little bit. Spoilers.
What? Why are people floating? Why? He looks well. I'm sure he's a good guy.
He has been corrupted by the hiss.
Okay, so they like take over the person's body?
Yeah.
Oh, yes they do.
They really, really do. They take over the person's body, and once they're in there, there's no way to get them out. So that person is gone pretty much.
You
and
can't
beyond,
save people.
no, it's
Okay.
beyond saving.
So, I mean, you were talking about supernatural powers. We're now flinging tables at this hiss.
Yeah, so this is, she's going to pick up some stuff in a bit. The thing she's doing right now, that's called shield.
Right.
And the thing she's picked up right now, that's called launch. So basically what you can do is you can grab stuff like this squat and hurl it at the enemies and waste them, as it were. And you can upgrade those abilities as well as you progress through the game, and also you can upgrade the gun that she's using, yeah.
So instead of having the magic pocket where you pull out, now I've got a rocket launcher.
No.
The gun transforms.
The gun transforms, yeah. So the gun has several different forms. In this video, you're going to see two. So you're going to see grip, which is like your basic standard pistol kind of type. And you're going to see shatter, which is what she's using right now. Thank you.
We've not practiced this, by the way.
No, yeah, like we're...
Are you just destroying the environment?
Yeah, and I love this. The lamp, look at that.
Look how pretty the light is.
And this is a work in progress, so it's going to look even better once it's done. Not to blow my own trumpet or anything, but it is going to look even better once it's done.
Is there a limit on how much you can use those powers? I'm sorry to refer to it as Bioshock. You know, when you use it, there's a limit, isn't there, on plasmids? Is it like that?
Yeah, the abilities do have a cooldown, but some of the stuff has been adjusted for the demo, and like a lot of stuff is still in progress, so we're developing it. We've done more things since this demo was made that we unfortunately aren't going to be able to show right now, but one of the things that I'm most excited about for now that I can talk about is that you can pick up dead bodies and throw them around. I know, it's a little bit.
One of the things I'm most excited about is picking up dead bodies.
No, listen, you could do it in Dishonored as well. You can like pick someone up and then pile them on.
And then fling them.
Yeah, and then fling them, and I think it's exciting. I think it makes for I think it like adds to what we're doing with Control, is that everyone can play their own way. So you can play with the service weapon, you can play with the abilities, you can play with a mix and match of both. And also you see her like properly trashing the place. So one thing one thing we always pride ourselves on, is the reactive environment. So pretty much a lot of things can be interacted with, and if you can pick it up, you can blow it up.
You can pick it up, you can blow it. It's like I just saw them like ripping the case, shattering the glass on the way out. So it wasn't just, oh, you can tell it can be picked up because it's glowing. It's like, no, everything.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
What are we seeing here?
Okay, so she is cleansing this area with a ritual from the negative influence of the hiss. You see how the light is going to change for a little bit, and the way we visually represent the hiss is that sort of vibrating kind of kaleidoscopic light, and now it's gone and now it's cleansed, and we can walk around the oldest house a little.
Okay, you said, it's kind of open-ended. In terms of the story itself, is that got different endings, or is it still we're going towards one end kind of goal?
It's all going towards one end, yeah, but once you finish the main campaign, sure, but Jessie is still the director. She still has a job that she needs to do, right?
So it's not just like credits rolls, thank you for playing.
No.
You can go back in and finish things off.
Yeah, because we are doing side missions as well along with the main story, so you can technically...
Oh, this is what you were talking about?
Yes.
So all of a sudden we're somewhere.
Yeah, so there's a lot of rituals in the oldest house. That's how it kind of functions, and the agents of the Bureau have learned 4 times, and then she transported herself to this motel-like area to pass through to a different side of the oldest house. So she unlocks new abilities using these dangerous items that the Bureau collects, and they're called objects of power, right?
Okay. Aptly named.
And they can be anything that's mundane enough and like in the collective consciousness enough that it has a certain amount of power.
Right. Okay. Are we going to see any? Do you reckon? Maybe. Does it seem any in this demo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, now I think I remember seeing this with you. This
Yeah.
is one of the abilities we're about
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, so like we said, open-ended sandbox, and also
So there's a door down there.
there's a door down there, and there's going to be a door. Oh,
Okay. Oh, there's lots of doors.
there's lots of doors, and they're not all accessible at the start, right? Because as Jessie doesn't start out with all of these abilities, so she can't access some of the parts of
Right.
the oldest house. And as she finds objects of power, she unlocks new abilities, and she's able to access those new areas. We're a little bit influenced by Metroidvania in that respect.
Oh.
Yep.
I think that's a good way of doing it, because the game is there then, but you don't want someone running into something that's above the level or out of sync with the story, and it just helps there be a progression and an unlock.
Yeah.
Any news? It's an emergency. I'll come back. I
Will we be able to,
promise.
will we be able to go back and find him later?
Yes, yes, we will. We will be able to go back.
So in terms of difficulty, you guys have always made very story-driven
Yeah.
games. If people do want to really just go for the story, will there be sort of difficulty levels? So you can just knock it down, enjoy the story, or go in for that challenge on a higher difficulty.
It's really too early to talk about difficulty levels, but there will be. We're trying to balance the game out so that both people who want the like the hardcore gameplay experience can have a good experience, and also people like me who primarily play it for the story. But we are not going to we're not going to be holding your hand through it.
Good. Good. What are these things? When are they flying?
They're called drifters, and they drift.
Great.
And they chuck stuff at you. Yeah. And you can also throw a fire extinguisher at them, and some of those boxes. You can blow up a fire extinguisher and have it explode. There's also a bunch of forklifts around the levels, which I think they're very fun to just pick up and throw, because you really, really feel the weight when you pick them up.
I suppose that's important when you want telekinesis to be a key element in the game.
Yeah.
You have to program it so it feels like you're throwing things of weight.
Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
significance.
And a different object, depending what you pick up, feels different. Like when you pick up a metal sheet, it's lighter and it moves faster. And when you pick up a forklift, it's a bit heavy.
Will you be able to pick up something as heavy as a forklift from the beginning, or is that something you upgrade?
7
That's a good question. I don't think I can answer that.
Yeah, I mean, like you keep saying, we are still early in
Yeah.
development. A lot of this is still being decided and how
Yeah.
it feels and plays. I don't like those bodies. They make me very uncomfortable.
Oh, this is one of my favorite scenes because it's so striking and it's so creepy.
Striking is a very, very good word for it. Because if you just took the bodies out, it would just be what happened here. But with
Yeah.
the bodies there, it's...
And now we're reaching the point that hasn't been shown to the public before.
So everybody who's watching this now, this is the first time that this piece of gameplay is ever being shown. Visually, that's unreal.
I know, right? That you're going to see in a bit. No spoilers. I also love the way that she levitates because it kind of feels like swimming almost. It doesn't feel like she's quite got the hang of it, which I really like. So remember the chief of security, Rooney, that we were
Yeah.
looking for? That's him.
Okay, doesn't look like how I imagined him to look.
No, let's just say he's not well anymore.
Probably can't be saved.
No, definitely not. But this is going to be another example of how creative you can get with your abilities and the gun and the environment, because like I said, everything reacts to stuff happening. Like when he hits the pillar breaks. When you pick something up, it spins and rotates. While this is a pretty powerful enemy and takes a lot of hits to bring him down, this isn't technically a boss battle. There are going to be much more challenging enemies in the game. This isn't technically a boss battle. This is just a slightly more powerful enemy that you'll find. There are going to be, Holly, if you knew what kind of enemies we have that are actual bosses,
I'd be worried.
Yeah, you would be very worried.
That's just a nice little mid-boss.
I walk the path between static lines. I have the control.
That is...
That's the Black Pyramid.